Have you ever noticed how some families seem trapped in the same story? Different names, different faces, but the same pain repeating through time? A father who was cold raises a son who becomes distant. A mother who fears love raises a daughter who chases people who don't value her. And generation after generation, the cycle continues. This is the quiet weight of a generational curse. But let's be clear, it's not a spell, not superstition, and not fate. It's emotional inheritance. It's the pain we absorb from those who came before us and unconsciously pass on to those who come after. 1. What a generational curse really is. A generational curse begins when pain becomes normal, when anger becomes communication, when silence becomes safety, when lack becomes identity. It's not about bad luck, it's about learned patterns. Because when you grow up in chaos, your nervous system learns to crave it. And when you grow up around scarcity, your mind learns to fear abundance. You might think you're making new choices, but often you're just repeating old programming wearing a new face. You're not cursed by destiny, you're conditioned by repetition. And anything learned can be unlearned. 2. How it passes through generations. These patterns pass down quietly, not through blood, but through behavior, beliefs, and energy. You inherit more than your last name. You inherit the fears your parents never faced. You inherit the anger they never healed. You inherit the dreams they were too afraid to chase. If love in your family meant control, you might confuse peace with boredom. If your parents fought to survive, you might feel guilty for wanting more than survival. We pass down what we normalize, even if it hurts us. 3. How it shows up in our lives. Generational curses don't always look dramatic. Sometimes they look like choosing the same kind of partner who mistreats you, overspending the moment you earn more money, feeling unworthy of success, apologizing for existing. You call it bad luck, or that's just how I am, but it's really the echo of someone else's pain living through your habits. And the most dangerous part? We think we're free, but we're just living someone else's story on repeat. 4. The weight of the curse. Generational pain doesn't just affect your behavior, it shapes your biology. Your stress becomes chemical. Your emotions become inherited trauma responses. It shows up as anxiety, fear, and that deep exhaustion that never seems to go away. You carry battles that didn't start with you, but will only end if you face them. You may have inherited your family's wounds, but you don't have to pass them forward. 5. How to break the cycle. Breaking a generational curse doesn't start with blame. It starts with awareness. You can't heal what you won't name. Step 1. Notice the pattern. Observe your habits when you're under stress. Who do you become when you're scared, angry, or rejected? That version of you often holds the key to your family's pain. Step 2. Choose differently. Every time you react with patience instead of anger, you're breaking a link in that chain. Every time you set a healthy boundary, you're teaching your bloodline a new truth. Step 3. Heal intentionally. Through therapy, prayer, journaling, reflection, whatever it takes to bring buried pain into the light. Because pain only controls you when you refuse to look at it. And step 4. Forgive. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness is how you take back control of your story. 6. The power of one healed generation. All it takes is one person, one conscious, brave soul, to say, "It ends with me." When you heal yourself, you heal generations you'll never meet. Your children will grow up with a calm you never had. Your family will begin to believe that love doesn't need to hurt. And you'll transform a history of survival into a legacy of peace. That's the power of healing. That's the miracle of awareness. Final reflection. You can't control where you came from, but you can decide where it ends. You're not your parents' pain. You're their evolution. You are the proof that transformation is possible. So don't say, "It runs in my family." Say, "It ran until it ran into me." Because the pain you heal today becomes the peace your children live tomorrow.